What is the World Health Organization? The World Health Organization, also known as WHO, is a specialized agency of the United Nations and is devoted to international public health. But how did we get here? Well, WHO was established on April 7, 1948, with 61 countries having signed its constitution in 1946. It is now headquartered in Geneva in Switzerland and operates through offices in over 150 countries. WHO employees work side by side with governments and several partners to strive for the highest attainable health for all people. But how does the World Health Organization pursue that goal? WHO provides leadership, shapes the research agenda, and sets and promotes health norms and standards. WHO also monitors the world health situation and related trends. The budget on which the WHO operates is mainly supplied by its member states and partly by voluntary contributions. WHO's current priorities include, but are not limited to, communicable diseases like HIV, AIDS, Ebola, malaria, non-communicable diseases like cancer or heart diseases, substance abuse, and also sexual and reproductive health. Many of you might have heard of the World Health Report, and surprise, the WHO is responsible for this publication. WHO is also in charge of the World Health Day, which takes place every year on April 7th. Let's make sure everybody can celebrate a healthy life. Find more information on who.int.
Welcome to our video. So today we are going to discuss about the constitution of WHO, the World Health Organization, and it is the international organization related to the health and health issues in the world level. So my name is Mukul Sharma.
I'm Tejas Singh Rana.
I'm Rituja Mandere.
Myself, Rituja Sakharkar. So the first section is objectives. And Article 1, the main objective of WHO is to achieve highest possible level of health. Section 2 is functions. In Article 2, the functions of organization are given. Some of the most important functions are providing leadership on global health, shaping the research agenda, setting the standards for global health, advocating for evidence-based and ethical policies, monitoring and assessing health trends and concerns. Section 3 is membership and associate membership. Article 3 states that membership in WHO should be open for all states. Article 4 members of United Nations may become members of WHO by signing this constitution. Article 5 the states whose governments have been invited to send observers to the International Health Conference may also become members by signing this constitution. Article 6 states which do not become members may apply to become members and shall be admitted as members when their application has been approved by a simple majority vote of the Health Assembly. Article 7 if a member fails to meet its financial obligations, the Health Assembly may suspend the voting privileges and services to which a member is entitled and shall also have the authority to restore it. Article 8 territories which are not responsible for the conduct of their international relations may be admitted as associate members by the Health Assembly. Section 4 is organs. Article 9 the work of the organization shall be carried out by the World Health Assembly, the Executive Board, and the Secretariat. Section 5 the World Health Assembly. Article 10 the Health Assembly shall be composed of authorities for representing. Article 11 each member shall be represented by not more than 3 delegates This should be chosen from among persons most qualified by their technical competence in the field of health. Article 12. Alternates and advisors may accompany delegates. Article 13. The Health Assembly shall meet in regular annual sessions. Article 14. The Health Assembly at each annual session shall select the country or region in which the next annual session shall be held. The board shall decide the place. Article 15. The board shall determine the date of each annual and special session. Article 16. The Health Assembly shall elect its president and other officers at the beginning of each annual session. Article 17. The Health Assembly shall adopt rules of procedures. Article 18. Functions of Health Assembly are to determine policies of WHO, to appoint a Director General, etc. Article 19. The Health Assembly shall have the authority to adopt agreements with respect to any matter within the competence of WHO. Article 20. Within 18 months after the adoption by the Health Assembly of an agreement, the members can take action relative to the acceptance of such convention. Each member shall notify the Director General of the action taken.
The Health Assembly shall have authority to adopt regulations concerning sanitary and quarantine requirements. Article 22. Regulations adopted pursuant to Article 21 shall come into force for all members after due notice has been given by the adaptation of the Health Assembly. Article 23. The Health Assembly have authority to make recommendations in members with respect to any matter within the constituents of the organization. Chapter 6. The Executive Board. Article 24. The board shall consist of 34 persons designated by as many members. Article 25. The members shall be elected for 3 years and may be re-elected, provided that all the members elected at the first section of the Health Assembly held after coming into force. Article 26. The board shall meet at least twice a year and shall determine the place of each meeting. Article 27. The board shall elect its chairman from among its members and shall adopt its own rules of procedure. Article 28. The functions of the board shall be to give effect to the decisions and policies of the Health Assembly and to act as the executive organ of the Health Assembly. Article 29. The board shall exercise on behalf of the whole Health Assembly the power delegated to it by the body. Chapter 7. The Secretariat. Article 30. The Secretariat shall comprise the Director General and such technical and administrative staff as the organization may require. Article 31. The Director General shall be appointed by the Health Assembly on the nomination of the board. Article 32. The Director General shall be ex officio Secretary of the Health Assembly of the board. Article 33. The Director General or his representative may establish a procedure by agreement with the members permitting him for the purpose of discharging his duties. The Director General shall appoint the staff of the Secretariat in accordance with staff regulation established by the Health Assembly. Article 36. The conditions of service of the staff of the organization shall conform as far as possible with those of the other United Nations organizations. Article 37. In the performance of the duties of the Director General and the staff shall not seek or receive instructions from any government. Chapter 8. Committees. Article 38. The board shall establish such committees as the Health Assembly may direct and on its own initiative or on the proposal of the Director General. Article 39. The board from time to time in any event annually shall review the necessity for continuing each committee. Article 40. The board may provide for the criteria of the participation by the organization in joint or mixed committees. Chapter 9 Conference. Article 41. The Health Assembly or the board may convene local, general, technical or other special conferences to consider any matter within the complements of the organization. Thank you.
According to Chapter 9 Conferences, Article number 42, the board may provide for representation of the organization at conferences in which the board considers that the organization has an interest. According to chapter headquarters, Article number 43, the location of the headquarters of the organization shall be determined by the Health Assembly after consultation with the United Nations. Chapter Regional Arrangements, Article 44. The Healthy Assembly shall from time to time define the geographical areas in which it is desirable to establish a regional organization. Article 45. Each regional organization shall be an integral part of organization in accordance with this constitution. Article 46. Each regional organization shall consist of a regional committee and a regional office. According to Article 47, regional committee shall be composed of the representatives of the member state and the associated members in the region concerned. According to Article 48, the regional committee shall meet as often as necessary and shall determine the place of each meeting. According to Article 49, regional committee shall adopt their own rules of procedure. According to Article 50, the function of regional committee shall be to formulate policy governing matters of an exclusively regional character. According to Article 51, subject to the general authority of a Director General of the organization, the regional office shall be the administrative organ of the regional committee. According to Article 52, the head of the regional office shall be regional director appointed by the board in the agreement in the regional committee. According to Article 53, the staff of the regional office shall be appointed in the manner to be determined by the agreement between the Director General and the regional director. According to Article 54, the Pan American Sanitary Organization, represented by the Pan American Sanitary Bureau and the Pan American Sanitary Conferences, and all intergovernmental regional health organization in existence prior to the date of the signature of this constitution shall in due to course be integrated with organization. According to chapter budgets and expenses, Article 55, the Director General shall prepare and submit to the board the budget estimate of the organization. According to Article number 56, subject to any agreement between the organization and the United Nations, the Health Assembly shall review and approve the budget estimates and shall apportion the expense among the members in accordance with the scale to be fixed by the Health Assembly. According to Article 57, the Health Assembly or the board acting on the behalf of the Health Assembly may accept and administer gifts and bequests made by organization, provided that condition attached to such gifts or bequests are acceptable to the Health Assembly or the board and are consistent with the objective policies and organization. According to Article 58, a special fund to be used at the discretion of the board and shall be established to meet emergency and unforeseen contingency. According to chapter voting, Article 59, each member shall be one vote in Health Assembly. According to Article 16, decision of the Health Assembly on important questions shall be made by the two-third majority of the members present and voting. According to chapter reports submitted by the states, each member shall be report annually to organization on the action taken and the progress achieved in improving the health of its people. According to Article 62, each member shall be reported annually on the action taken with respect to recommendations made to it by the organization and with respect to conventions, agreements, and regulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Sejal. Now, in the chapter 15, the report submitted by the states, in the article 63, each member shall communicate prominently with the organization important laws, regulations, official reports, statistic uh, printing of the health, and which have been published in the state concerns. And according to the Article 64, each member shall provide the statistics and the and, epidemic reports in a manner to the manner to determine the health and the agencies. Uh, and according to the Article 65, each member shall transmit upon the request of the board such as the additional informations uh, and the participating in the health as may be the uh, practicables. And now in the chapter 15, the legal capacities and the privilege and the immunities. The Article 66 says that the organizations shall enjoy its the territory in each member, such as the legal capacities and as may necessary for the fulfillment of the objectives and for the exclusives of the functions. And in Article 67, it says that the representatives of the members, like the person designated to serves the boards and the technical administrations, and they must have to the immunize and are necessary for the independent exercise for their functions and in the uh, and in the connections of the organizations. And in Article 68, such as legal capacities and the privileges and the immunities shall be defined as the separate agreements to be prepared for the organizations, like constitution, which may be the controlled by the Secretary Generals of the United Nations. And now we talk about the chapter 16, which is relation with the other organizations. In this, the Article 69 says that the organization shall be brought into the relation with the United Nations, and as one of the specialized agency refers it to, it can be connected according to the Article 57. And and all these agreements says that the United Nations shall be subjected to approve by the two-third votes of the uh, health agencies and the assemblies. And in Article 70, we can see that the organization shall establish the effective relations and the corporate closiveness with the such like internal government organizations and international organizations and health organizations correlated with the governments. And you can in Article 71, the organizations may on the material within its competence make suitable agreements for the constitutions and the cooperation with the non-government organizations like NGOs, and also can collaborate with the international NGOs and the non and the governments of the different nations, and can work separately also. In Article 72, it says that the subject of approval, which is organization, may be take over the form of any international organization, such as agency who propose to actively lie or work within the field competitions and the field comprehensions with the organizations, such as functional resources and obligations may be required to resign on it. And now we'll talk about the chapter 17, which is amendments. In this, the Article 73 says that the text of the text of the proposals of agreements and the amendments is to this constitution shall be communicated by the Director General to and to the members of the at least sixth or to 23rd by the 23rd votes, and they must have to present it before the 6th month of the advance. 6 month advance, and they must be accepted by the two-third of the members of the UN and the assemblies, health assemblies. Now we are going to talk about the chapter 18, interpretations. And in this interpretation, the article 74 says that the Chinese, English, French, Russians, and the Spanish text are uh, going to be used as the constitute shall be regarded with the equal authorities and equal authentications. So all it conclude that they have the equal states and the equal majorities. And according to the article 75 it says that any questions or the any disputes which are going to be concerned by the international or the application of the constitution, uh, all these are going to which is not steal by the negotiations or the or no by the health assemblies, and it shall be referred to the international courts of juris. And and the state and all the status of the court are unless partially considered by the members in the modern settlements. And now in the article 76, it says that upon the authorities by the General Assembly of the United Nations are upon the authorizations of the accordance with any agreement between the organizations and the United Nations. And all these organizations may require an international court justice for the advisory and openings of the legal questions. In article 77 it says that the director general may appear before the court on the behalf of the organizations, and and the nexus for the proceeding arises out of such requirements and the request for an advisory opinions. And the court includes arrangements for the agreements and the different views of the questions. Now we're going to talk about the chapter 19 and section 19. It's about the entry into force. And in this the article 78 it says that the subject to the provision of the chapter 3rd, this constitution shall remain upon the all status of the signatures or the acceptance. And After all this, the new article 79 state that the states may become the practice of the constitution by the signature without the reservation and as approvals, and signature subjects by the approval of the following acceptance, or maybe or without any acceptance. And the amendments of this article approved by the 31st World Health Organization Assembly, which is the resolution of WHA 331 18, and it has not yet come into the force. So uh, so now in the article 80 and article 80 all comments that the constitution shall come into the force when the 26 members of the United Nations has become the parties into the accordance with the provision of article 79, that previous one article. It gives them the opportunity to do all these conditions. And in the article 81, and it says that in accordance to which the article 102 uh, of the characters of the United Nations, and the Secretary General of the United Nations will register any constitutional will register this in the constitution. And when it has been signed without the reservations, it has to approval on the behalf of one state or the upon the deposit of the first institutional acceptance. Now the last article, it says that 82, and it says that the Secretary General of the United Nations will inform the state parties to the to this constitution of the date when it has to come into the force. So he will also inform them of the dates when the other states have become the parties to this constitution. Well, in this faith, whereof the understandings of the representatives have been duly authorized by the proposed and signed this constitution. So all it done in the cities of the New York, this 22nd day of the July in 1946, in a single copy in the Chinese, English, French, Russian, Spanish languages, and in all these copies, each text being equally authentic. So the organizational text uh, shall be deposited and in the achievement of the and in the archives of the United Nations. So the Secretary General of the United Nations will send the certified copies of the each government to the each governments and represent as the conference. So this is all about the constitution of the World Health Organization, and as you have already seen the past history of this organization. Thanks for listening us. I hope you understand the main concept of it. So finally we have completed all this. अब हमको टेस्ट देने हैं, रिटर्न वर्क करना है, पता नहीं क्या क्या
बहुत
करना है।
कुछ करना है, बहुत कुछ करना है।